quick.
Up, hold on, I gotta do a system update.
So, no, I think the better. What's the like least convenient food if you had to like prepare food and you knew it's like, oh well, there goes my afternoon. Like, what would it be? Because like
Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah, because my joke used to be chili, but then it's like no, some chili can take a while, but it's not like you have to like watch it the whole time. So maybe if it was something that's complex, you know, it's like, oh, I gotta finish some eggplant moussaka, and if I don't keep my eye, if I don't rotate those the vegetables, they're gonna burn.
How hard is it to make an eggplant moussaka?
Monumentally difficult.
It's actually very difficult.
Extremely hard.
Yes, it's actually quite hard.
Everybody at home who doesn't know, look up eggplant moussaka. It's for the short.
Look up backbenchers.
Yeah, look up backbenchers and then look up eggplant moussaka.
Sammy J and Randy.
It's a Greek.
J and Randy backbenchers.
It's a Greek dish, and I don't remember all the details. Just that it's got a lot of steps to it. Like the more complex a dish is, the more like various like layers of cooking and preparation it has, the more you can get wrong. And so with eggplant moussaka, I looked it up, and it just happens to be difficult because it involves a lot of different ingredients being prepared to a certain degree. So by the time you finish it, it's like, yeah, you can mess this up in a bunch of ways, but you know that's what makes it a fine dining thing. Oh, hello, Bailey.
Right. Also, hi. Well, welcome back to Fall Guys, where people are in. I'm Blue Jack.
I'm Taylor. And here's Bailey. Bailey, say hello. She's not very talkative.
I've got my cat Buddha and my other cat Angel chilling on my bed. Man, my kitten Mittens jumped up on my bed this morning when Kitten's Mittens. I woke up and I had to like get ready for work, and I just kind of sat up on my bed and just kind of sat there for a minute. And then Mittens jumped up and was like, oh, hey, give me attention. So I roughed her up and played with her. And then she just kind of climbed onto my shoulders, just kind of lied there.
Like a parrot?
And she, like, changed positions a few times. Yeah, it was like kind of on the back of my neck. And she just kind of, like, kept changing positions and was just like, this is where I live now. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I got a few minutes for this.
That's cute.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
I've been,
that kitten.
What's the word? I gotta get up, early-ish. Early for me, which just means, you know, like, before noon. I think,
right.
Tomorrow? Yeah. Oh man, what is this one called again? It's got the fake DoorDash. For some reason I didn't read the bottom.
Doors.
Oh yeah, DoorDash. DoorDash drives me nuts because like the other ones, the other gauntlets have like you know they've got you know more of a thing to them. They've got like a pattern. But this one just
take a pick. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You just suck. I actually kind of like that though. I like that these games are kind of a mixture of just like random luck and some skill, because it means that everyone kind of gets a chance to progress, at least somewhat. Is it the middle? It's the middle.
Bailey. Oh my gosh, Bailey is...
Man,
Bailey.
Get out of the bean!
Bailey.
Oh my god.
You can't eat meat. Please.
Oh, am I gonna be first? Nope.
Bailey.
First. I got disconnected. I was gonna qualify.
Bailey.
It disconnected me.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't eat the beans.
Ooh, that's infuriating.
It's just beans on the screen, Bailey. Come here. Go lay down.
That is.
Go lay down. It's okay.
Might be
it's
because
okay.
Smite is updating.
It's okay. Bailey was like, she was very excited about the little bean creatures. Silly dog. That got dire because like I can't pause this. This is an online game. I have to keep going and hope that my dog doesn't headbutt the TV.
I'm gonna pause the Smite update. because I think that might be why I got disconnected. Man, that sucks. I hate being disconnected because it means I can't even, like, spectate.
How are you disconnected, but I can still hear you, though?
Well, and the game disconnected me from the match. It just, like, kicked me out. Like it didn't disconnect me from the network. It just kicked me out of the match.
Like if your ping wasn't high, like if your ping wasn't good enough or something?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't... Sucks. Sucks donkey balls. Okay, so you know how Donkey Kong exists?
Yes. I'd like where this is going. Tell me more.
Oh, you'll love where this is going. What if you had like a character who was kind of like a parody of Donkey Kong, except he was actually part ape and part donkey, so he was like an ape donkey centaur
Bailey.
With,
I see.
With like a donkey head and then like 4 legs, and the 2 front ones would be hooved. No, the 2 front ones would be like 8 feet, so they'd be like hands, and the 2 back ones would be hooved.
Cause yeah, that depends on what parts are donkey and what parts are Kong. So
yeah, and well, he would have like a torso as well. You know, he'd be like big and brawly.
Oh, he'd have to have the donkey ears. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah, he'd obviously have donkey ears.
And then I'm thinking like the donkey muzzle and the ears, and then he's got like big soulful like gorilla eyes, and then back hooves and front. Yeah, and so when he runs on all 4s, it's like 2 knuckles and 2 clippity clops. So it's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Well,
can you see me right now?
The back legs would be on the stream, yeah, but it's very laggy because my laptop sucks. But the back legs would be hooked so that he could like kick people, and the front ones would be like ape ones, so he could grab stuff.
Oh, I made it. Yeah. Okay, 5 out of 15. 5 out of 15, here we go. You can dive without jumping, which means you can sort of calibrate your jumps! Yes! Let's go. Man, I don't think anyone's ever hit that gold one in the center.
Why is he called Donkey Kong? He's got no donkey
features.
Pick
me, I know this one.
Okay, yeah.
It's because the donkey represents...
That's a guy who's falling.
The donkey represents that he's stubborn like a donkey. Yes! Ooh, 14 out of 18.
Is that it?
Yeah, if I recall correctly. That's because Donkey Kong was one of those early games by Shigeru Miyamoto. And he was, if I recall, there's some kind of interview where he's like, well, he's Kong because he's like King Kong, which keep in mind, King Kong was around all the way back in like 1930s, so it's very old IP. So he's a Kong, and he's stubborn, so he's Donkey Kong.
I don't know, man. That's a bit of a stretch.
It kind of makes sense. Oh, I haven't mentioned this on the stream yet. Did you know
I can't believe you, but...
Did you know that there might be a direct link between the release of the King Kong movie in the like 30s and the supposed existence of the Loch Ness Monster?
No.
So, I'll try to describe it as I do this obstacle course, but basically, one of the things you learn about when you study, like, not cryptids, but sort of the mythos that goes into creating a cryptid, for instance, like what inspires someone to think they saw an alien instead of like a barn owl, or a sea monster instead of a basking shark, which, to be fair, with basking sharks, when they're dead, they do look really weird. Well, it turns out that the earliest accounts of the Loch Ness Monster as we know it, the sort of plesiosaur-looking creature, the earliest accounts of it show up only 2 months after the release of the first King Kong movie in like the 30s. I think it was the 30s. Let me look this up. First King Kong movie.
Huh.
1933. Yeah, a few months, just like 2 months after, which means that it was still fresh in people's heads. So when they saw something like an otter or an eel or what have you in the water, they'd be like, "Ah, what is that?" And they'd be like, "Ah, well, the current like mindset. Oh no, it's the hexagon. Oh no. Oh no.
No.
All right, I'll get maximum focus. I'll talk.
Yes.
Remind me to tell you."
All right.
Oh no, I'm getting bad at this.
You can do it.
I need to preserve myself, my bodily functions.
You must preserve.
Oh no, everyone on this level is getting good. No! I need... Outthink, outlast, survive. Or, what was that thing?
I don't remember. I don't even remember where that's from.
Bear Grylls, I think. Oh no!
So, like, they have the bodysuits, but then they have stuff to, like, put over the bodysuits.
You're
So,
right.
Am I wearing the Sun Wukong skin over the bodysuit, or did I replace the bodysuit with it? Because
Hold on.
You can't see it either
I'm in
way.
maximum focus mode. Ah, 6, 7. I was like this. One of them to die. Oh, you can get a a license, a name thing that says try hard. That's so true for me. I'm trying so hard. Little penguin guy won. Oh, he's got mechanical fish. Oh no. Oh. I'm sorry, penguin guy. I wonder what I won for that. That was 4 rounds. Nice. Got a bunch of stuff for that.
You should come back so that I can
Yeah.
survive.
There we go. Are you
I
reconnected?
didn't know if you're still... Yeah, I didn't know if you're still spectating.
So, okay, so back to the King Kong thing. So, like, because of that, though, that links such a specific, like, cultural mindset with a specific time and place that causes, like, this, like, 100-year legend to be born. Because, like, the Loch Ness Monster like sightings were super few and far between, and the main one was back in the 30s. So like, oh man, yeah, it's so cool. It's you see a similar pattern with what is it with like Mothman slash other like mysterious creatures and barn owls, and how like that's interlinked with like what sci-fi movies were on at the time, or not just like movies,
Mothman.
but like Mothman.
You said Mothman, and I immediately thought of Watchmen. There's a character in Watchmen called Mothman.
So he's not an owl man. He's not a bird man.
He's a Mothman. Owlman's a different guy. He's the main character. Mothman is just. He just kind of exists.
And he keeps leaving dust everywhere. He's got that Mothman dust. Fun fact: that dust that moths leave, both moths and butterflies leave it. I guess you notice it with moths more because they're like at nighttime and you get the better contrast.
Do moths also evolve from caterpillars and cocoons?
I believe so, and. What's the word? It's metamorphosis. They metamorphize, I think is the term. But in Pokemon terms, yeah, they basically like... In Pokemon terms, they basically digivolve. into a... Man, my metamorphosis is one of the wildest like things. I think I gotta remember to use it in more sci-fi concepts because like one of the things you do in sci-fi is you find something that's weird but normal and use it as the baseline for something. And just like, how nuts would it be if it's like, oh, this species looks completely different, like at different parts of its lifespan. And it's like, oh, well, that's because it's got a larval form, and then it like goes in a cocoon and turns into like a slurry basically, and reassembles itself into a different flighted form. Like,
Going back to
that's just
Pokemon,
rad.
you know one thing that always really confused me about Pokemon was the fact that, like, you have Caterpie, who becomes Metapod, and then Butterfree, which is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But then you have Weedle, who becomes Kakuna, and then Beedrill? The moth Pokemon, Venomoth, evolves from Venonat, who's not any kind of caterpillar. He's just a weird ball of fur. Like,
if I recall correctly,
Why do you keep disconnecting me?
There's a fan theory that those Pokemon were just like mislabeled somewhere, where they were supposed to be switched. Like one was supposed to be the bee and one was supposed to be the moth.
Huh.
Oh my gosh, I am just
it would make more sense
struggling.
Beedrill was like his own Pokemon. So weird.
Oh, in the first round, there was just too much soap on the floor. Do you think they'll do a crossover like Final Fantasy, and you'll be able to like have the little like black mage thing, you know, with the like the your just face is just a darkness with like two glowing eyes like a Jawa? And you've got like a straw hat looking thing. That would make sense.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta get out of this so we can reconnect.
Why are black mages like just weird dudes with glowy eyes and
Man,
nothing else?
I don't know, but I hope someone, hold on, I haven't checked the comments yet. If we had someone in the
There are no comments.
yeah, we need a what's it call it? What? Oh, hold on, I can hear myself. Sorry, I had the stream open, but I didn't have it muted. We need like a guy in the chair for our streams who can look up stuff. Like that's
Yes.
Because normally that would be me, where it's like you're talking and then I look that up. But like when we're both operating the game, how about this? How about if you get disconnected, you can look up all the weird stuff that we bring up. Oh, hey, it's Dwarf86,
sure
and they say,
probably
boys. Hey, Dwarf86, I'm glad that you could spend some time away from your dwarf fortress to join us. I hope your harvest is going well.
I don't think you're a dwarf at all. Do you remember when Cartoon Network had like those little crossover thingies and those like little intermissions?
Oh, it was so good.
Two stupid dogs and like Dino from Flintstones, and he's just like, I don't think you're a dog at all.
Wait, who was saying that to Dino?
It was a big dog from the Two Stupid Dogs. That's a very like specific reference that
is.
you always have to explain, but
Hey,
it's something that's always stuck with me, and I love
That's so true.
it for shit like that.
Oh man, I love those. I love
know
those
it's
bumpers.
you,
If you want like a throwback, but like it feels more recent, you have to watch the Crossover Nexus episode on Cartoon Network. That it was a crossover between, what was it, like OKKO, Steven Universe, Ben 10, and Teen Titans Go, which like is fairly ambitious. But the thing is, it is like a love letter to all things Cartoon Network. Like they in the background is just all of the like bumpers and stuff that they ever did, and it's just it's so good. There's a YouTube video for, if you can't access that, there is a YouTube video out there that talks about like every reference that they make, and it's a pretty long episode as a review, because it's just like Oh yeah, here's if in the background here is a character who's petrified, who you might not recognize because they were the host for the a segment of the show that was only on in Latin America. I was like, oh, that's why I hadn't seen it. Oh my gosh, it's World War Z with beans.
Oh my god, let me out! Let me out, let me out! No, come on. Come on. Please,
Oh,
please,
that was close.
Please. No!
I think I got an achievement for headbutting a door.
I got a trophy called Stumble Chums. I don't know what that means.
That sounds like the perfect name for a fall guy. Stumble Chum.
Stumble Chums Jr.
Bailey. Well, at least Bailey isn't trying to hunt the beans this time.
My name is Donkey Kong, and my name is Donkey Kong.
You know, you were like...
my daddy, his name is also Donkey Kong, and he named me Donkey Kong.
I was like...
Junior!
Oh, okay.
It's from the Starbomb's third album.
I was about to say,
Donkey
that's...
Kong Junior is the song.
I'm just thinking it was...
But it's like Joonyer Junior?
Oh... Interesting. There was a... when you first brought up the concept, you're like, what about like Donkey Kong? But it's kind of like a parody. It's like funnier, and I was like, what, like Funky Kong? I didn't, and I wanted to say it out loud, but I want to give you what you wanted to say first. But I was like, yeah, it's a Funky Kong. Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm all the way in the back. Oh, there's so many snowballs.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
There's a lot of snowballs
against the rising tide.
There's a whole lot of snowball action happening. What the hell? This game is weird. Yes, it is, Derek.
Oh, okay. We got this. We got this.
Come on, Stripey boy. Race, Stripe boy. You.
Now I need to remember to dive during this part. Yes! Woo! Ow. Oh, come on.
Blessed Bowser to infinity with one massive...
Yes!
Woo! Isn't even shit. Run, Forrest, run, says Derek.
Bruh, this game is a gauntlet. Everyone's running. Oh, that reminds me. You know what's like, I don't have a word for like this kind of experience, but like, there's, I saw a speed run of, it was the Resident Evil, what's it? It was Resident Evil Revelations 2, I think. So like it's a one that didn't have a number, it had a name, but then the name had a number because they made a sequel with different characters.
Yeah, there's another Resident Evil that also doesn't have a number. It's just Village coming out.
Yeah, and so, well no, Village is 8, I believe.
Yeah, but isn't it just called Resident Evil Village? Or is it actually called Resident Evil 8?
I think it's Resident Evil 8 Village, but I don't know. It's kind of like the Elder Scrolls. No!
Right.
Well, sir, that was one humdinger of a story. No,
Not fast enough, lol.
Dang it, but no, it was Revelations 2, and it's one of those games where, like, you're supposed to... It's one of those games that, like, reveals the stuff over time, and it has a certain, like, pacing to it. So the speedrun sort of turns it into, like, an accidental comedy, where, like, it should be so serious and tense, but the speedrun, like, passes through the dialogue super quickly. Like, it'll just, like, someone will start talking, and they'll just run right past them and keep moving. And because of that, like, it just feels like an accidental comedy. Like, everything goes by so quickly, there's just no buildup of tension. And so, like,
no time to explain.
yeah, there's just no time to explain. It's like, oh, here's the spooky boss you're supposed to like sneak past, and they just like they just leave at just the right time to get through in one cycle. There's just no waiting. Man, I should go back and like watch it or something and be like, what was it? Yeah, Resident Evil Revelations 2 speedrun or something.
You know what's weird is when you have a game with a number, but then there's like a number after the number. So like you got Final Fantasy X, but then you got like Final Fantasy X-2.
Yeah, there's Final
like
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy X
wasn't there?
Games.
Wasn't there Final Fantasy 7 too? Isn't there Final Fantasy 7 too?
Well, Final Fantasy 7 was split into two parts because of how games worked back then. But I think they're also doing it now as well for whatever reason. I haven't actually played the remake yet, but I know that there's like a part 2 to it coming out later. I don't know, man. The only Final Fantasy game I ever played was 10, and I never even finished it. All I remember is Blitzball and Titus going, ha 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 ha!
Ha ha!
That's it. That's all I remember.
Oh, I love that clip of just Titus pretending to laugh.
It's a great clip. It's a great clip, Bob.
It's a good clip, Bob. Oh, speaking of Bob's Burgers, there's gonna be another Bob Burger, to some degree.
Cool.
I say so, well, as in there's Bob's Burgers, which is actually, I think, still going. Then there is Central Park, which had a similar animation style, but it was like a musical. Like, Bob's Burgers has music, but Central Park was like a musical through and through. And then, I think there's one called The Great North. I haven't looked it up yet, but I know it has the same animation style, which I'm guessing means that, was it Bob Beauclair or whatever is in charge of it. Come on, guys, we gotta work together. Oh my gosh, look, this is what happens when you don't work together.
Derek says, what about Final Fantasy VII? I was trying to figure out if there was a part 2 to Final Fantasy VII coming out. Like, did they kill Sephiroth at the end of the remake, or are they splitting it into two parts like they did in the original? Because I don't know. I never played the original, and I haven't played the remake. I have it. I just haven't like gotten around to it yet. Man, there's so many games that I need to play.
I think you need to start prioritizing what games you're gonna play, cause...
Dude, I've been prioritizing my games. Why do you think I'm not playing Hitman with you constantly telling me to play Hitman? I'm prioritizing, dude.
What else would you be playing?
Prioritizing.
Oh my god.
Well, probably Persona 5.
Alright. Persona 5 or Persona Royal?
Royal. There's also Infamous Second Son that I really want to play, and Infamous First Light. I want to get the Final Fantasy X games on PS4 because it's there too, and the 8th one because the 8th one seems interesting, and I would like.
I have an Infamous Second Son.
Second Son. Just so many, just so many games. And like, I dabbled in Hitman for a mission, but had too many other games to deal with, and I haven't gotten back to it yet. And I don't even have the third one. I don't even want to start playing the Hitman games until I have the third one now, because I know that when I start playing them, I'm gonna want to move on them all the way through. So I want to have them all. That's the same reason why I got like all the Yakuza games when they were on sale.
Yeah, but
like,
as in
Yakuza, I'm definitely going to marathon these.
Yeah, but if you play 1 and 2, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna need to simmer on these for a bit. Or at least, like,
I don't know,
get
man.
good.
I played through all the Metal Gear Solid games in, like, one sitting. I'm not really a sit down and let it simmer kind of guy unless I get bored of the game mechanics like I did with Assassin's Creed.
Alright. On that case...
Derek says... In that case...
no, what did Derek say?
Derek says, okay, so the original is where you kill Sephiroth, but Aerith died. The remake, as I've explained to you, is that they're fighting their destiny of the original route. That's a neat twist. So from what I've seen playing it, it is that those that died survive. I won't spoil it for you, but just play the game. No, dude, what I'm saying is it's separated into 2 parts. Because wasn't the original Final Fantasy VII separated into like 2 or 3 different discs? Are they doing the same thing now?
I don't think they're doing the same thing.
The remake into 2 different parts, or because like. Because
well,
like I said, I haven't played the remake, so I don't know if the story's actually finished or not yet.
Man, can you believe that we used to have video games that like would go on multiple discs and stuff? I guess the modern
of how massive they were.
Which like I guess the modern equivalent of that is just like what is it, Gears of War 4, where it's just like, bro, why is this 150 gigabytes? And it's like, well, it's a big game. It's like, yeah, but no, you could have compressed some things, I think.
Right.
Oh, it's a big log
Derek
challenge.
No, 3 discs. Derek says no, 3 discs because the game was that big back then. I swear I heard something about them making another Final Fantasy game, like a sequel to the remake. I don't know, man. Final Fantasy 15 is another one that I want to play. I want to experience the Final Fantasies. And I want to experience Hitman. But I want to get Hitman 3 before I start on it. Because I was going to play them back to back, but now Hitman 3 is out and I haven't played them yet. So now I gotta get Hitman 3, and I play them back to back to back. Derek says, the remake is a whole different story. That's neat. I like that. I like that twist. I like the twist of it being like, oh, you were destined for it to this way. No, I don't want it
we got
to
some
go
breathing
this way.
room.
I'm gonna do my own thing. That's pretty cool.
That does sound
Man,
pretty cool.
if they get through the Final Fantasy VII without Aerith dying, I will be very happy.
Oh wow, this guy looks like a sweater.
I haven't even played the game, but I know that Aerith dying, like, sucks, and I'd rather it not happen again.
Yeah, we all know that her dodge score is high enough to win.
Yeah.
At least that's the memes that I saw over the years.
I've never seen that, man.
It was it's on the long list of like characters dying in cinematics when they would survive in the game.
That's a thing?
There's like I'm pretty sure there's like a TV tropes list or something out. It's like Aerith should be super hard to hit. So if anything, like it should have been like a bunch of dodges. You can't just go ahead and stab Aerith.
So just cuts to that line in Borderlands 3 where it's like, here, you don't die unless we say so, unless you die in a cutscene or something like that. Or death is not permanent unless you die in a cutscene.
Yeah, the new use station.
Yeah.
Man,
Aerith gets stabbed through the guy, Aerith gets stabbed, the guy from the back from... You typed that weird.
Why do they call it oven when the hot of the cold...
the back from Sephiroth jumping from a cliff above her. Yeah, I know, I've seen the cinematic. What were you saying, Taylor?
Yeah, I read that sentence and I was like, that reminds me of the like, why did they call it oven when hot of the cold food?
Why can't?
What? I'm gonna find the actual sentence because it breaks my brain.
Why problem make when no problem have you don't want to make? I type fast. Yeah, it's fine, Derek.
Type slower.
Type more slow. I'm at maximum speed.
Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food of out hot eat the food?
Ow, what? That hurt my brain to hear.
Oh, and that's why I appreciate subtitles. Everybody's here. Oh, cool, you can see all the names. Alright, how about this one? Yes!
I will qualify this time. You shall not dust me this day. Dick penis man.
Everybody's a bean.
Dick bean man.
Oh my
god! Why can't I? I got like stuck behind the door parts, and then no one would let me through.
For those who've read the book, I am referencing the movie, not the book. You are welcome. Oh my gosh, the physics just stopped.
I'm just funneled through right now. No, please God, no! Oh.
No! I was in mid-jump too, so I was like flying bean mode. Oh man.
I hate this game.
That was wild. I want to see if the guy next to me got disqualified.
If
nope,
you're
he made it.
In learning about the original Final Fantasy VII, get it in PS4. It's like $10, I think. By the way, the movie that takes place 2 years after the game is amazing. You mean Advent Children? Because I saw that. But I saw Advent Children with, like, out having experienced the game. So to me, I was just kind of, like, thrown in the middle of things that were already going on. It was like, alright, I guess we're here. This guy has red hair and a baton. He seems fun. I think he's probably my favorite character. Reno, I think his name was?
Hold on. You know, I hope they update this game where you can go back during the like loading parts. Because it's like, yeah, I know I'm spectating. I just want to go back to the.
I hope that they update it so it doesn't kick you out of every game and actually lets you get through a match. Because I haven't gotten through a single damn match.
Dang.
Every game I've been kicked out of. It's infuriating.
How?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a server problem or if that's just a me problem.
Yeah, let me.
My internet is just that horrible.
Fall...
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. Fall Guy is kicked out.
Reno, he's funny. Yes, I like Reno. He makes me smile.
Anyone else having similar problems? Mm-hmm. Oh, amazing. Someone,
What's that?
Someone won all 6 rounds with first place in every round. So it is possible. Just someone out there has done it.
Huh. That's nuts. He's extra hilarious in the remake, but also a pain to fight against. Yeah, that makes sense.
The Mighty Glacier.
It was that kind of situation where it's like, together we could rebuild Shinra. Okay, there's a Shinra. I don't know what it is, but it exists, and he wants to rebuild it. I was against it, I think. I don't know. It was cool. It was a cool movie. I enjoyed watching it, but I got none of it because I'd never played the game.
You'll make your Shinras at home, right?
I felt like the guy who did that bit when he got like the phone call from the random person, and it was like from a business in New York, and he was like, "Hey man, you heard about the budget? It's like it's supposed to be 50,000, now it's 10,000," and the dude's not even like in New York. It's like a misstyle, but he goes with it. Like, he just rolls with it to fuck with them, and he's like, alright, focus, your name's Bruce, there's a budget, it's 15,000, it was supposed to be 50,000, now it's 10,000. Focus! That's kinda how I felt during Advent Children.
Me and Lujak nodding our heads while we watch Advent Children. I know that exact feel.
Shinra, Reno wants to rebuild it.
It's me watching sports where I'm just like, me watching sports where I'm just like, you know, Bobby, I think the team with the most amount of points is gonna win this one. Like, and this team, well, they sure are a team, aren't they, Bobby? They have a total of about 40 members, which lets them qualify for this game.
But if anyone knows the phone call bit that I was talking about, I've heard it so many times, but I don't remember what it's called. Do you know what bit I'm talking about, Taylor?
What was it? What happens in the bit again?
So Derek says Shinra is the president that basically owns almost everything because of 6 Mako reactors, and they had an army and shit. Shinra is a powerful company. Okay, that makes sense. So basically the bit goes like, this dude gets a random phone call from an unknown caller. He picks it up, and it's a guy from New York, and it's a misdial, but instead of, like, you know, ignoring it like a normal person, he picks it up, and the dude on the other end is like, "Hey, Bruce, have you seen the budget? It was supposed to be 50,000, but now it's 10." And he just, like, goes with it. He pretends to be Bruce through the whole thing, through this whole conversation, and he's like, "Alright, focus, your name's Bruce, there's the budget, it's 15,000, not 10, no one's happy about it." And he goes through the whole thing with them, and gets through it without getting called out, and hangs up, saves the number, and like 2 days later, he gets a phone call back from him, calling him Larry, which is a different guy that he mentioned in the previous phone call, and he has him in a conference call with like 2 other ladies, and he's like, "Alright, your name's Larry now. This guy hasn't talked to Bruce, he hasn't talked to Jennifer, I just made her up." and like, he eventually gets found out by one of the ladies who are like, "This doesn't sound like Larry." "Oh yeah, who does it sound like?" "Sounds like Bruce! Sounds like Bruce!" And he's just like, "Listen, guys, I'm not Larry, and I'm not Bruce. I'm just some rando. Nothing better to do than to fuck with you guys." and that's it. That was the whole bit. And that's Derek knows what I'm talking about, and he's like, "Oh, that." He knows what I'm talking about. I can never remember the name of the bit, but it's one of my favorites. But that's always how I felt watching Advent Children. Just, alright, there's a Shinra, Reno wants to rebuild it, Cloud doesn't seem to care. I can follow this trail. I can follow this trail of plot that I am unfamiliar with.
Man, I'm just that reminds me. Just the other day, on the note of Final Fantasy, like there being a movie, someone reminded me the other day that there's not one but 2 live action Attack on Titan movies, and I was like,
there's 2?
Yeah. Apparently. You know, and I was like, well, that it really, you know, it's an anime. There's something about anime movies just like being so unreliable that at this point, like, I'm not surprised that I just did not even hear about either of these movies showing up.
Anime movies are in very much the same kind of state that video game movies were for the longest time, before, like, Detective Pikachu came out.
That is kind of funny, how Detective Pikachu is technically, like one of the few movies that's technically based on a video game IP that, like, actually worked.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that strat?
I haven't seen...
It bounced me upward.
I got disconnected again.
The donuts bounced me upward.
Taylor,
you'll have to watch the stream.
Disconnected again.
Then you'll have to see it on the stream.
Derek says Cloud doesn't care. You'll Zomplether puzzle of the story. Wait, no. I read that wrong. He said Cloud doesn't care because he's ex-soldier of Shinra. If you play
Crisis Core, you'll come. Bruh, type slower. No one is rushing you. Type slower.
Yozakapo for 19 HR.
Oh man.
Complete. Complete is the word. If you play Crisis Core, you'll complete puzzle of the story.
Don't get jinxed.
Derek, don't ever change. We love you.
I actually don't know how this game mode works.
Did you find out if anyone else was getting booted from games?
Some people were, but there wasn't no one had an explanation.
So it's not just me.
Nah.
Derek says I'm done. Yeah, take a break, man.
No! 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 Alright, I got the infection. Which means now I need to go on the attack.
Play the games, learn the story, that's all. Will do, buddy. Speaking of typos, I get so many typos when I try to use swipe on my phone. Like, swipe used to be reliable, but for some reason it will
they like change the technology
that don't actually yeah, I don't know, man. Like it will change words to things that aren't words. Like I'll put in the swipe for the, and instead it'll be like THR, and I'm like, that's not even a word.
Oh, I know that happens.
Why did you?
That actually happens if your phone dictionary is full of fake words, which can happen. I actually knew someone who, like, they inherited back in like high school, where they got their phone from like their mom, and their mom was like, I would say violently illiterate, where like when she got a typo on the phone, she would correct it by just adding it to the dictionary of the phone, so the phone was just full of incorrect words. When I'm like, that's full on, that's beyond neutral, that's just like evil behavior. Because it's like, oh, I'm just gonna add like "ther" to this phone now, and now when someone else uses it, it'll just correct to "ther." You'd be like, oh, did you mean "ther"?
There.
Definitely. Man, definitely is definitely one of those words that folks have trouble with. I remember how to spell it because it's like D-finite.
D-finite.
D-E and then finite. It's easier to remember the I sounds.
As a kid, I would often like pronounce words literally in order to remember how to spell them. Like friends was one. I'd always be like friends.
Oh. Friends
like
or
beautiful.
friends.
Beautiful.
B-A-U, B-A-E, beautiful? No, B-E-A-U. I just said beautiful. Sorry, I'm sorry for reversing everyone's learning on this stream by getting that wrong the first few times. I learned how to spell beautiful from Ace Ventura.
Now I'm thinking of that Cat Williams bit where he's talking about learning how to spell in school. I sounded it out as I was instructed to do. Knife, N-I-F-E. No, Cat, there's a K at the beginning. No, that would be knife. Well, no, because the K is silent. Well, then take that quiet motherfucker out, because it's confusing me.
Knife. Oh no! Oh my gosh, the swarm!
What is the purpose of the silent letter? Oh my god, I hate that swarm.
Oh!
Oh my god! I'm never gonna.
I outran the burger.
At least I didn't get disconnected that time.
I outran the burger. Wait.
Burger. Yeah.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, who typed there? Oh, you have it up on your computer, right?
Oh, yeah, that was me.
I was like, wait a minute. How did I... I was like, wait a minute. Am I signed on to 2 accounts on my phone? That's not possible. I just remembered we didn't have it set to gauntlets only. That's what we should have done.
Gauntlets are fun.
I like this one. I've gotten a lot better at the jumping through hoops.
Skiefall, like Skyfall, but with skis.
Yes. Oh. No. Okay. I got this one. All right, silver it is. All right, here we go.
All right.
No! Oh! 0 points.
You failed. 0 points for you.
Yep, you gotta time it just right. No!
No
I want the gold.
you.
I want it so bad. You know, one day someone's gonna figure out how to get the center gold. No! Ah!
I mean, that's probably already happened.
Yeah, there's someone who's got, like, elite strats for this game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know there's, like, hardcore pro Fall Guy players out there.
Oh! Oh, hold on. I got this. I got this. Okay, at least I got silver. Nah! Ow. Slap my knee. Oh, that slaps me on the knee.
Oh, that slaps me on the...
I love that. Hold on, I'm gonna play that on... Because... Man,
Yeah,
that gets me every time. No, I'm not going to get YouTube Premium. We use YouTube because we don't want to use TV.
There's one show that on YouTube, Red, that I would like to see. It's called Wayne. It's just Wayne.
Hold on, hold on.
It's like an oh, okay.
That slaps me on the dick.
I love it.
Okay, I don't recognize this oh, right. I'm not in this level. It's like, wait a minute, who's this banana man?
Alright, we gotta call it.
Yep. And we got the candy cane and plate. So thank you so much for joining us. Hold on, let me get back to the screen so I can look at you. There. Thank you for joining us. We're the Peopleorians. I've been Sailor.
I've been Lujek.
And I'm reminding you to take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
Drink your water, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.